Motorcycles and Misfits, coming to you from the Recycle Garage.
Hey,
Stop, just
shut this down.
Shush.
No. I'm back. I'm taking over.
No, you're not. My show now.
You've gotten used to being the big cheese while I've been gone, haven't you?
Chairman of the board.
You got the big cheese pants on, too, I can tell.
I always have cheesy bands. You know that.
Quesosa.
Yes. Queso flavor. No, I mean, as you can hear, Liza's back. Take it away, Liza.
Hey, thank you very much, Emma and John, for running the show
Wait,
while
what's your name
I
again?
was gone.
It's
My name is Gertrude Steinberg.
Oy vey.
No, thank you guys. I had a lot of fun listening to the shows. My favorite shows are the ones I'm not on that I get to listen to. And you guys are getting into your groove more and more each show. I can't imagine how good it would be if I just stayed away a couple more weeks.
Please do. No, it's Liza, it is very nice to have you back. I mean, we said we're going to devote certainly one complete show, maybe even two, to talking about Pakistan when you came back. Dear Bagel prepared a lovely segment last week on Honda flat single engines, passports, and your internet connection was so poor, or it may have been ours. You weren't able. Will you be able to deliver that this week, do you think, Bagel?
I wasn't prepared to do it this week, but
we'll do it next week because you're not oiling out of it, matey boy. I know how much work you put in, and you are going to bloody well prepare that and deliver it if it kills me. However, so I'll tell you what, we'll devote this week's show to Pakistan, and then you can do it next week. Liza, darling.
Hey there, welcome to Motorcycles and Misfits, coming to you from the Recycle Garage.
Tra-la-la.
In sunny Santa Cruz, California. Boy, it feels great to say that. Hey everyone, this is Liza, and I'm glad to be back. But let's get to who is here in the room. You've gotten used to the sultry tones of Stumpy John while I've been gone.
Okay, everybody ready? Manominat.
No.
Manominat. No! Manominat. Manominat.
All right. And of course, making all the noise with her candy bag.
Is that what you're calling it these days?
Special bag
Is
of
Miss
candy.
Emma.
Better than a nutsack.
Yes, I am a special bag of candy. Hello, darlings.
Why do you got to get the crinkly candy bags?
Well, no, it's given to me by Naked Jim.
Oh, yeah.
And I think Jim does it deliberately.
I
but
think so, too.
No, these are new. So what I'm eating is Truly, is the brand, and they are sour bright tropical llamas. And they are in the shape of a llama. Llama.
Let's get to who is next to you on the couch, joining us for the first time.
Yes.
Make sure you lean in. It's Relda.
Hello.
Or is it Reldita?
That is me.
That is you. All right, going around the side of the room, sitting in the seat usually occupied by Naked Jim, who's not here, we've got Brad.
I'm Brad. I need your clothes, your boots, and your motorcycle.
Okay, I got that. And then going around joining us also for the first time is Marcus.
Marcus, the better half of Relda.
With a unique accent that's really hard to pinpoint if you don't know where he's from.
From Munich, Germany.
Geo Bavaria.
Yes.
So you're a Byron fan?
So
Yes.
that's an opportunity for Bagel to say something to you.
Grüß dich.
Hallo.
Hallo. Gruß aus Oregon.
What?
What?
Gruß aus Oregon.
Gruß, ja, sehr gut. Gruß aus Santa Cruz.
Dankeschön.
So, yeah, we got a lot to talk about. But first, I have a story to tell about something that happened this week. So, apparently I ruined somebody's wedding.
No, you've ruined their lives, Liza.
But you know what? But it's I'm going to tell the story, and it will end with me saying something offensive, I think, because, you know, that's how it usually ends up. So, I had a Twisted Road rental for my KLR this week that I've rented out quite a few times. I had not gone out to warm it up but I went and like pulled the bike out, and the guy showed up. I'm like, oh, okay, you're here. Carbureted bike, so you never know, right? So I just put the choke on, hit the starter button, first crank, boom. It runs good. Well, Ellie had borrowed it for a week before that, so it's been ridden. So I asked the guy, are you familiar with carbureted bikes and chokes? And he said no. Okay, well, here's what you got to know. Here, this is the choke, and when you're starting from cold, you got to pull this lever up to start it. That's it. Otherwise, it runs great. Have fun. It's it's not a fast bike, but it's great for turnaround. The reason he was here is he and his girlfriend were eloping and wanted to ride the Pacific Coast Highway around Big Sur for their wedding. I'm like, well, congratulations, have a great time. So he picks the bike up on Wednesday. Friday morning, I get a message from him, the bike won't start. And I'm like, what do you mean it won't start? And he says, it just goes click, click, click.
It's go click, click, click.
I'm like, okay. Is there any chance you left the key on or the lights on? Nope. I wrote it down here on Wednesday. Haven't touched it since. Okay. Is there any chance it was hard starting this morning and maybe you let it crank too long? Nope. Right away. When I went to turn it on, it turned over once and then it just went click, click, click. I'm like, okay, well, this is his wedding, his whole wedding, trip. I said, best bet is to bump start it. Just get in his, second gear and try and bump start it. And he responded, where I am at is not conducive to that. I thought, well, that was a weird way to put it. Okay, well, I give you permission to jump it from a car if you want. It's got really simple electronics. I'm not worried about you frying anything. But you got to take off the side racks to get the side covers, to get the seat off. Getting to the battery is a bit of a pain. But I also sent him a picture because I could see the pigtail from the battery tender. Mm-hmm. And I sent him a picture with an arrow pointing at it. But if you have anyone with an adapter, here's an easy way to get to the battery. And he said, nope, there's no one around with jumper cables.
He's not trying hard enough.
I was like, okay. So then I got a call from Twisted Road. Hey, we got a renter and your bike is not running. I said, yeah. I've been messaging him, trying to help get him back on the road, but he's not really responding to my suggestions. And and the guy from Twisted Road says, yeah, I'm getting that feeling too, that he just wants somebody to show up and fix it. But he's in Big Sur, and we can't get anyone out there right away. So I'm like, I texted him again. Are you sure you can't bump start it? And he's not responding. So I don't really know what's going on, but I did get the address of where he was at.
How far down was he?
So I Google searched it.
Was he at the Ripplewood Resort by any chance?
No, but he was at a motel.
Yes.
That was next to a resort, that was next to a Chevron, that was next to a public library.
Yeah.
With a frontage road.
Yep.
Right there. So I don't know what he means by it's not conducive to bump starting.
Well, I would like to point out that I was peripherally involved with this.
Yeah, I called you. I was just calling anyone who I knew might be able to. I just wanted to save this guy's, wedding plan.
And it was Liza. And I was actually knee deep in a Harley Superglide clutch that was on my ramp, and the phone went, and Liza said, "How generous are you feeling?" I'm like, "I'm always generous when it comes to you, Liza." She says, "Well, would you go out to Big Sur and get a bike?" I said, "Hell no, I'm too busy." And it was very, very. I would have done it. I would have actually recovered the bike and brought it back, but I was just so busy on that particular day.
Yeah, no biggie. So, I'm just feeling bad for this guy. This is his plans. I'm trying to what can I do? I can't get down there, and there's no one else who can get down there.
So were they getting married there?
They got married the day before.
Okay.
But they eloped, so they don't have any friends there. But I'm like, dude, can't he go up and ask a stranger for help?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
There's a whole bunch of businesses right there. I don't know. So I'm trying everything I can, but feeling bad for the guy. Found out he abandoned my bike in Big Sur. Never tried any of these things. And left it to Twister Road to hire a tow truck driver to go from Santa Cruz down to Big Sur to pick it up and bring it back, which is a pretty big expense, you know?
Yeah.
So he brings it back. First thing I do is I put a multimeter on it, 11.63 volts. What does that sound like to you, Emma?
Key was on.
Yeah, it's some.
Or cranked it a few too many
yeah,
times.
exactly. Because that's not a dead. But because if your battery is failing, it'll go down to like 10 volts.
Yeah.
So 11.6. It was either cranked a little bit too much, or the key was low, something like that.
I bet he forgot to choke it and was trying to start it.
I don't know.
And
I felt bad for him, so I said I'll waive the fees, no charge. So I was able to jump start it. First crank, once I put good source on, ran it for 5 minutes, and then turned it off and turned it back on. It started up. Same again the next morning. That's all it took was 5 minutes. I'm convinced. Had he just asked a stranger for a push, he could have bump started it and been on his way. But instead, he opted to scrap all of his plans and have this ruin the day. So here's why I want to offend people. I told Emma this earlier.
Oh, don't go.
Well, here's the thing.
No,
I hold men to a higher standard than women. And I expect that all men know how to bump start a vehicle. Does everyone here in the room know how to bump start a vehicle?
I'm not even getting involved in this conversation.
Right.
No,
But
That's interesting.
But I realized, because he'd never had a carbureted bike, he's probably never had it, maybe it has an automatic car, that there's this new generation of people who don't know how to bump start. Right? So I was asking around the garage, and there was the new guy riding the NC 700. That's a
DCT.
DCT, and he's like, "What is that?" He had no idea because he's only driven. He said he knows how to drive a stick shift, but I'm just curious for people out there listening. Does everyone know how to bump start a vehicle? Is this something that we need to explain to people? Is this something that needs to be taught?
A new rider probably wouldn't know that if they've never been around very much.
So I want to back up a little bit, and I want to ask the question: does the KLR have a petcock on it?
Yeah.
Okay, is it possible he didn't have it on? And
it was on and a full tank when I gave it to him.
Okay, and I'm just wondering if perhaps he just ran it out of fuel and then tried to...
No, it's like a 5
My guess
tank.
is he choked it and then tried to turn it over and then ran it down, and that was it.
or is it possible that he might have left the fuel on and it flooded or something?
I don't know.
Yeah.
But I feel bad for him, but I also am like, dude, like you should have saved the day, right? Like, dude, you could have pulled this one out
on his wedding day.
On his wedding day.
Well,
exactly.
Right, Bagel. Right, Bagel.
He probably had other things on his mind, Liza, and the best we can hope for. You've been in the entertainment industry, so what do actors tell each other before?
Don't use jazz hands.
No. What do they say to each other the night before a big show?
Break a leg.
There you go. So, if his marriage on the very first day got off to this rocky start of having to abandon a motorcycle in Big Sur, I wish him the happiest marriage, because I think he's going to have a fantastic one.
Well, I don't know how he got out of Big Sur and back up here.
That's an expensive Uber.
Yeah, we can.
Yeah.
I know. I feel horrible, but also I'm like, all right, is this another thing we need to start teaching everyone? So that's why Jason was showing the new guy. What's his name? Ellie's friend who was here with the NC. I want to say.
Oh gosh,
Juan, but it's not Juan.
No, it's not Juan. It's not Giorgio.
Anyway, you know what? If you don't know how to bump start a motorcycle, I urge you to ask somebody and learn. And that's the other thing I felt bad is if this is a dude who didn't know how to do it, he's also a dude who couldn't ask how or ask for help. You know what I mean?
Yeah, could be.
So, long story short, I felt bad about that, but I got the bike back today, and I was going through it. And just there's a little bit of an oil leak, I think, coming from the breather hose. I was just kind of cleaning it up, going through it, because I am trying to keep that bike, top tip for rentals. And when I went into the airbox,
This is bizarre.
I found the weirdest thing.
Urine.
Animal bone.
You're in.
No, with
You're
them
out.
around. I found a pretty large,
Like a chicken
Animal.
bone. Yeah.
or it looked like the
he's-
thigh bone of a squirrel.
So he's doing voodoo. He's doing voodoo. I mean, there's no other.
I'm like,
Yeah, that's probably-
I'm like, was my bike cursed?
Or was that roadkill that got sucked in or something?
No.
Dude,
It's bizarre. It's bizarre. I don't know how it got in there.
A bone in the airbox. Oh my. That's a chicken bone.
Yeah, it looks
That's
like
a thigh.
yeah, it's
rat.
like a thigh bone or
Yeah.
something.
Rats. Maybe it was a rat
So-
stashing. It's.
I don't know how it would get in
dinner.
there, though. That's the thing.
So let's get down to brass tacks, Liza. Do you ever eat chicken thighs?
No.
Okay, so we know it's not you.
Hey,
Right,
hey,
where
Liza,
did it come from?
I have a game for you.
Well, I have a game for you. So anyway, that's the KLR story. Oh, yeah. I wanted to send a big thanks to all the listeners who messaged me about the Costco motorcycles. As Emma can see here. You guys. Costco has toy motorcycles there. Not like little ones you ride. Like the ones I have in this room, thousands
Right.
of. Bagel. If Emma can hold
Really?
that up, I don't know if you can see.
So these are by Maisto, and they're 1/12 scale.
yeah.
They're die cast, and they come in a set of 4. Did
Yeah.
you buy all the sets, Liza?
Yeah.
So they come in BMW, and the BMW has an S1000 RR. It looks like it has an R9T. It has an R1200 and a GS 1250. And
Yeah.
they're very, very nice replicas.
Yeah.
They really are. And so let's have a look at the Hondas.
No, we're not going to go through the whole thing.
Okay.
So there's a Honda box, BMW box, a Ducati box, and it's a 4-pack of each. So if you
Oh
want...
dear, the Ducati box has broken down.
What?
It just caught on fire.
Yeah.
What? Oh,
No,
God.
it's just a.
Wow.
The gas tanks are
Wow.
having massive problems.
They're swelling.
So anyway, yeah, big thanks to all the listeners who messaged me as soon as I got back. I went down to
Oh God!
Costco to get these.
You know what the jewel of this collection is?
The Diavel.
You pronounce it Diavel.
Mm-hmm.
I pronounce it Diavel.
The
Diavel.
devil made me do it. You know the jewel of this? All of these 12 motorcycles. This CBR 1000 SP. Oh my God! It's gorgeous. The paintwork on it is amazing. Look at that.
Yeah, these are beautiful.
You look at
They're amazing.
that one.
Okay.
It's absolutely. It's stunning.
It's
All right. While you guys are playing with that,
We like playing with toys.
I want to get to the big topic today.
Yeah. That's
So,
beautiful.
Relda, you're here for a reason, aren't you?
I am. So
You're here because you went with me on Chickistan.
That's right. We went and rode around Pakistan.
And guess who else was with us?
Our good friend Erin. Oh my gosh, Erin!
Surprise! Surprise guest. I
Oh my
surprised Relda.
goodness. Oh, I heart Erin.
What's up?
Yay!
Hey, Erin, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Good. Thank you for calling in. I know it's late over there on the
DC.
East Coast.
Hell yeah. 9 p.m., baby.
How are you still awake?
We are all
No
struggling.
fucking idea, honestly.
We are all struggling. So Erin was on the trip with us too, and both Erin and Relda. This was, I mean, first time doing a trip like this, but also neither of you had a lot of dirt riding experience. So we'll get to that experience as a new rider. But let me see. Let's just get right away. Relda, how many times did you crash?
Twice. And I think I maybe would have crashed more, but I was in the car a couple times.
All right. And Erin, how many times did you crash?
Only twice, but I think the one on the last day
Oh.
was Liza was right behind me for
Oh,
it. So.
yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, and you know what? I was right behind her, and you know what I did? Like we talked about when we were talking about when somebody crashes. Aaron, what did I do as soon as you crashed?
Point and laugh?
Yeah.
I was expecting that,
pictures?
but no.
Well, no,
no,
that would be classic Liza behavior. So
No, we've just been working on when you're with somebody who's in a crash, what to do. So,
Yeah, she was really good. So I low-sided into like a classic turn, and Liza immediately came up and was like, "Okay, I'll get the bike up for you. Like, relax, sit down, calm down." And for me, I didn't think the crash was that bad, but it apparently looked and sounded a lot worse than it was. So Liza was treating it like, the very serious situation that it should have been, and I had jumped up and was ready to get right back on my bike, but Liza was like,
you slid into a wall.
"Yeah."
So I said, relax. I got this. Now you can get on. I said, we're going to play a little game called You Ride My Bike. Because, and this is important, when somebody's been in an accident and they're all like she's like, I'm fine, I'm good, I'm fine, I'm good. But once I got on her bike, I was able to be calm and really assess the bike. And her rear brake pedal was bent up. So you had to lift your leg up in the air to be able to use the rear brake pedal. And this was on switchbacks where you couldn't touch your front brake. So it just goes back to what you guys were talking about, while I was gone. Don't leave it to somebody who's just crashed, has this adrenaline, even though they may not be injured.
right.
Don't give them another thing to try and assess
Yes.
on the road. So she did a great job, just hopped on and took off.
Okay, great.
So let's talk about our trip. So, Aaron, if you didn't know, John, who's here in the room, he was on the Stumpy. This is the famous Stumpy John.
Oh, I've heard many stories.
Yes. He was here recently.
Everything she says is a lie.
And then the other guy is the famous Bagel.
Bagel.
Hello.
He did it on the Vespa. So,
I don't know how you guys did the Vespas through Deoside. That sounds
Yeah.
terrifying.
Moyne was bragging about that.
It was a rough ride, let me tell you.
Yeah. So this trip was really great. And this time we did a little more sightseeing, and we spent a few days in Lahore doing stuff, including we got to play with animals. There was a lion cub we got to play with named Junior.
Aw.
I got bit by a monkey. There.
Did you lift the Lion Club up and go, da, 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 da?
Oh, no.
You didn't do that?
No, he
Oh,
was
I
a
would've totally done that.
sassy little guy. He was.
Who let you pet the monkey?
Oh, no. That monkey bit my finger. They're like, get away.
Did you spank it?
No, they were couples. And so if you tried to reach your hand in, one of the males would run up to protect his woman.
Oh.
It was cute. But we got to see some really cool stuff. But we started out on the track. The first time we got on the bikes was on the racetrack. John, you went to Moyne's racetrack,
I
right?
did, yeah.
And of course, they have all the toys there for us, cars.
We just rode the
quads,
cars.
go-karts. We didn't even get in those.
We just did the cars.
Yeah, well, Moyne had our bikes shipped there, so we could try those out. And the cool thing is, a couple Pakistani women showed up. We had put out an invite for women to come. One woman, Tia, she rode in the relay when it came around. She now has 2 children. One of them she had a C-section 20 days ago.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Whoa.
So her husband is there holding the infant, and this was her first time back on a bike, and I took her out on the track to give her some instruction.
Wow.
And I'm like, wow.
That's cool.
Kind of badass. Now, we're not doing track riding. It was just here's the line, and here's
Okay.
where to
Yeah.
look, and
Okay.
basics.
Yeah.
What'd you guys think of the track? Did you guys get into it? How about you, Relda?
Yeah, I did. I had a lot of fun. It was probably, yes, it was the first time I'd ever been on a track. So,
How much riding experience do you have in general?
I guess a few years. I got my license in 2019.
Okay.
Before that, I was on and off, maybe more serious the last year or so. So, yeah.
Aaron, you jumped in, didn't you?
I loved it. I think I was the second person on a bike. It's because we'd been walking around all day, and I was really excited to get some track experience. And it was my first time on a track, too, so it was pretty cool.
And we had Jamie there and Haley, who both have experience on the track, and they were great people to follow.
So I got to ask, was this? I assume this was a paved track and
Yeah.
not a dirt track. Okay,
No, this is a
paved, a real paved track. Nice.
yeah. This is Moyne's job as he manages the tracks.
Okay.
Well, I also before that had a little short stint on the rally truck track that was scared the bejesus out of me because I didn't know that's where we were going. I thought we were all going to the track, and I jumped in Moyne's boss's truck with him and Haley. Wasn't belted in, and it was his race car.
Oh.
His Porsche rally car.
Wow.
That he then decided to show off.
Okay.
And went off. We went through city streets like that. And I'm like, I'm holding onto the seat in front of me and yelling. And then he veered through some farmlands and hitting bumps and jumps. And then he hit the rally truck course, his rally truck course, which is just like silt, fine dust. It's everywhere. You can't see where you're going. Yeah, that was a side track that we did. But the track was a lot of fun. And that was just our first kind of experience, was riding the track. And then we hopped in the cars too. Mm-hmm. Did you hop in one of the cars, Aaron?
I did, and Lily was the driver. And getting to listen to Lily cackle while screeching into a turn was an incredible first impression.
Lily has the best laugh.
She really does.
So I hopped in one of the cars, and my co-pilot was a woman who was hanging out with us that day, who is part of a race program. She's a race car driver and a designer of race cars.
Oh, wow.
There in Pakistan, who had come out to meet us. And so I had her as my co-pilot, and she was coaching me where to go and what gear, and I'm like paying attention. And then I heard the squeals of tires, and it was Haley behind me who just cut me off on the inside of a turn. Like, I'm just working on like technique and the right angle, and suddenly like Haley comes out on cackling, cuts me off, carries too much speed, can't make the turn, goes off the track in the grass, sliding around, laughing hysterically. And I'm just like, whoa. She was having fun. Yeah. So that was really cool. Really cool experience. Then we did more like tourist stuff. Like, did you go to the walled city in Lahore?
Sure did.
And the red light district? Yeah, that was cool. And I saw a man shit on the side of the road in the
It's always
city.
a good time.
I can see that in Portland. No
Yeah, I
big
know.
deal.
I know. I'm like, oh, it reminds me of home.
Yeah.
And then let's see, just getting used to, I think, to the traffic. And for you guys, was that something to get used to when you're just seeing like how many motorcycles there are?
Yeah, there's just motorcycles everywhere. Every direction you turn, there's at least 5, 6, I don't know, maybe even more. And I realize it more now coming back. I think I don't know, in a day now here, I maybe see 1 or 2.
Oh, yeah.
So
You said you didn't do Abbottabad, right?
Didn't.
Abbottabad, what is it?
Abbottabad?
Yeah.
No, we didn't ride through that.
Yeah.
But
that's
like
the
when
worst.
we got into our first hotel in Lahore, we're up in the middle of the night. One night we were watching the cricket game with people in the lobby. There's a nightlife there that's crazy. It never shuts down. It's just as busy at night. And me and Haley would just go sit out in front of the hotel and watch all the motorcycles go by, which are mostly 70cc with like 3 people on them.
Yep.
Yeah.
A small family.
No, that would be 5 people.
Okay.
3 people would be like 3 young men going out.
Okay.
Yeah. It's nut to butt to nut to butt. It happens. Yeah.
As it should be.
But we were trying to learn lessons from John's trip and the trip before that had hospitalizations. So Moyne shipped the bikes from the racetrack up into the mountains so that we wouldn't have to go through the first, like the traffic is crazy. Aaron, describe the traffic when you're in the city.
I mean, it's the kind of thing that you want to close your eyes when you're going through and just like Hail Mary, trust the driver. It was, I mean, you've got like a donkey, a goat, 10 people on a motorcycle, all going the same direction as you, and then the same amount of number of people going against traffic at you, and somehow it all works. So I don't think we saw a single crash that wasn't one of us on the trip.
Yeah. No, but yeah, I saw you guys crash. So yeah, it is kind of hectic, and you have to get into this mindset and drop yourself in, because you have trucks and cars and tuk-tuks and livestock.
Camels.
And
So, Liza, let me ask you this: for a person that's never been there,
Yeah.
how do you get into that mindset? Like, what do you do? What's that mindset like? What?
you kind of have to you're just kind of watching
Trust?
the traffic and you're trusting and you start to learn how it flows and what to look for and
Okay.
Well, we'll get to that because let's see, some people hit cars. I know, John, you hit one.
No, they hit me.
Okay.
Nice.
Relda, did you hit a car or did they hit you?
Well, you know what's funny? I've been running it through my head and I'm trying to figure out. I'm like, did I hit the car? Did the car kind of get closer to me? It could have just been both. I was trying to pass a car and...
So I'm going to take a guess. I wasn't there, but I'm good at guessing this stuff. I'm going to guess you were shooting between two vehicles, as you do, and that the gap got too narrow and you probably clipped one of your handlebars, which turned the wheel and you slid.
I did slide into opposite traffic.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
and that's why there was a space for me. And then
there wasn't.
well, then there was too much space for me. And that's when I kind of took over the whole road with my motorcycle. So,
Yeah, and you have to remember, we are riding 150cc motorcycles. Now, here in the States, 150cc, there's hardly any here, right?
Right,
Other than
exactly.
a
I
scooter.
mean, people start off, you want to start a bike? Well, let's get you started on a 500 or a 650.
250 at the least.
At the very least. We always say to people, if you buy a 250, you're going to grow out of it in a month, which is people do, because that is the type of riding here. Now, Europe is different.
Yeah.
For our European listeners, Britain, there's a lot of people riding 125s in Britain. That's your starting point.
Europe and Asia.
And, but whatever. But it's a very different riding out there. I mean, you guys, it's king of the road really out there in terms of motorcycling, isn't it?
Yeah, well, everything is smaller displacement, not just the motorcycles, but the cars too. Mm-hmm. They're pretty small displacement cars. So we're riding the Atlas Honda CB150F. All right, Relda, what'd you think of the bike?
F is for fun.
Nice.
It was a really fun bike to ride. And you can take that bike anywhere. At least I felt that way.
Yeah. Aaron, was there any time that you thought, I can't believe this little bike is getting through what I'm putting it through right now?
Every single time I got on it. I mean, the first time it was completely submerged in water and still going forward, I was shocked.
Yeah.
But it's even street tires that are on it, and you're taking it, through baby head gravel all the way to sand on the top of a cliff, and it's just chugging along.
Exactly. It's amazing what it can do. I mean, really nimble. We took it on a death road.
Yes.
I guess they call it the second most dangerous road in the world. Well, some of us took it on that. One of us didn't take it back.
Oh, did you hide in the car?
Correct. On the way back, I did ride in the car, and let me tell you, it is so much better to ride that road on a bike than it is on the car. So
you had someone on your trip, John, who discovered that.
Yeah.
I will tell you, though, you said the right thing to me that you gave me all the respect for you. Your reason for not riding, you said, I'm just not feeling it.
Mm. Good. Yeah.
That's the magic words.
Yeah.
I understand.
And that is very, very important no matter what situation you find yourself in. A car is designed very, very differently. It doesn't matter whether you're feeling sick. I mean, I don't recommend people drive if they're at death's door. But if you're feeling a little sick, feeling a little depressed, you can drive perfectly capably. Motorcycle demands far more of your attention. It's a far more visceral experience. And we know this, and this is why we love it so much. But if you're not feeling it, don't ride the bike. It's as simple as that.
Yeah,
and that applies no matter where you are in the world and what you're riding.
Is that what it was?
But especially on a death road.
Yeah, I know. Because you rode successfully all the way up.
I did. That was my first fall. but it was
yeah.
through the sand trap. So I
Yeah,
just kind of got stuck in it. It was like quicksand.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, it was like Marcus mentioned. He's like, it's like falling on a playground. You were okay. So, and I knew I could ride it. I don't know. It was weird. Like I had dreams. I was telling my roommate about it. But yeah.
Yeah, I that's the right thing. If you're not feeling it,
But I also wasn't feeling the car either. So.
We could have gotten you one of them donkeys, maybe.
Maybe.
Which is the other form of transportation up there. And we were able to go to the Atlas Honda factory to see them building the bikes. Aaron, what did you think of that?
Yeah, it was like a Willy Wonka factory, but for motorcycles. It was crazy. Yeah, I think that was the video of the bikes literally coming off the conveyor belt, and then someone immediately hopping on them, testing out the brakes, testing out everything. I mean, that was just like I feel like I struck gold just capturing that moment of it.
Yeah, John, when you were at the Atlas Honda factory, how was that?
Oh, it was
experience?
incredible. It was the best day of my life.
You didn't get to go.
Oh,
And we point out all
So
the things you
mean.
didn't get to do. Yeah, so that was really cool to see it and to meet the people and see the people who are assembled these bikes. That did amazingly well. So, Atlas Honda it's a Pakistani company that license the Honda, the name and the design. These pretty old engines, 70cc, 100 and 125cc, but the 150F is their own flagship model that they make.
But not that most popular one, you said. Because didn't you say there was something about the bodywork around the fuel tank? You cannot sit a child.
You can't put
sit
children.
a child astride the fuel tank.
Yeah, I know. But that little bike, we took it on literally a racetrack.
Yes.
A freeway.
Yes.
Up sand, gravel, hard enduro.
Mm-hmm.
That one hotel we stayed at in Iran, where they were working on the street, and they just had a pile of rubble that I kept going back and forth to get in and out of the hotel. Then they built a little ramp for us, but I kept using the literally pile of broken concrete that I'm just like hard enduro over. It was so much fun.
That was the hotel way up on the hill? Or
No, another one.
Okay.
I've said this many, many times before, and it's going to touch on the design of that bike. Even though I've never ridden one, nor ever ridden in Pakistan, how many times have I talked about the reverence of the domestic product? And it's not just, it's the domestic product, it's great. Until you have ridden a Harley on a deserted road in the southwest, you can't understand them. Until you've ridden a BMW through an alpine pass, you can't understand them. Until you've ridden a British bike down a twisting road, in rural Wales, you can't understand them. The best people to design a bike are the local people. And Atlas Honda have obviously taken a great deal of time to figure out what works well on Pakistani roads.
And we're also talking about high elevations.
But I did get a bit wheezy, though, don't they?
Oh, they get wheezy, yeah.
Mine was actually running really good, but DSI and Babusar were both up above 13,000 feet.
wow.
And then,
Well, then the pass.
And then Kunjarab was
16.
And these are
15.4. 15.4.
15.9, I think.
Yeah, it's almost 16.
Yeah, almost 16. Yeah, it's high.
Yeah.
Moly.
Yeah. And I rode 2 up Babusar because I gave one of the girls a ride up there. You guys want to add anything about the CB150F? Did you fall in love with it?
I did.
Yeah.
I love that it was so light, and I drop it, I can pick it up, and it like Aaron said, it can just go through anything. Those water crossings. Oh my God.
Yeah. The other thing I love about these trips, and I want to get your guys' perspective on this. There's an element of danger at everything we do. Literally everything we do. When I say everything, there are buildings that have stairs with like no handrails or anything, and the concrete that's like falling off, potholes everywhere. I mean, there's an element of danger. Did that add to it for you, Relda? Do you like that element of danger?
I do.
That's
I do.
her middle
I do
name.
like that. Relda Danger. Yeah.
What was something that you felt like, wow, this is dangerous?
On or off the motorcycle? I don't know. I mean, for me, all of this was just so new that everything I just loved. Everything was new. Everything was not scary, but yeah, there was that element of, oh, something.
How about our Jeep ride through the sand dunes?
Oh my God.
That. Oh, yes.
Fuck that Jeep.
Yeah. Yes. Oh my gosh. There was
So-
at one point we were sideways and I think we all thought this is where we die. Not on our
hill.
bikes, but in a Jeep stranded on a dune going sideways.
Here's the thing, I talk about element of danger. So somebody hired a Jeep for us to go out into the sand dunes, and a bunch of us pile in. No seatbelts, nothing, right?
Yikes.
This Jeep kept dying. To me, it seemed like the fuel injection. And so it'd like, it'd die. Wait a second. How many times, Aaron, did that Jeep die and get restarted?
Conservatively, probably 15.
Yeah. 15?
Honestly.
Oh, no, 15 or 50?
Oh, both? Oh
Yeah.
my God. Yeah, and he was trying to get it up a completely vertical
Go
sand
up
dune.
a sand dune. And yeah. But he was paid to get us on this trip. He would not give up. He kept trying. It got to the point where we're just like, can we just go back?
Yeah.
Because he kept trying and it would die as we're sideways on this dune trying to climb it. And
no.
he just wouldn't give up. Wouldn't give up. And it's like, I felt bad for the car. It was like, to me, it was like that donkey that they just keep whipping,
Yeah.
but it's like it just wants to lay down and die, but they keep whipping it to go. That's what I felt like for a car.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
Oh.
Yeah. And also we weren't belted, and built into the roll bar above my head was speakers. So when I would bounce up, I
Bam.
would hit bang the
Oh.
speakers. Yeah. Erin was lucky. She was on the front seat.
I don't know. Was that a better seat, Aaron?
It was definitely terrifying because I had an unobstructed view of just how much this Jeep was not going to make it up this hill. But yeah, there was. We took a mid right when the Jeep was working. We took like a mid photo, of all of us smiling and laughing. We should have taken a photo afterwards.
Right.
The good news is, because of my long legs, when they pushed the seat back, it completely like jammed my legs. I'm like, ow, right? But it wouldn't move. But then I was relieved because I was wedged.
Yeah.
Locked in.
But Lily, who was in the middle, kept floating up in the air.
Yes.
So she was like tethered to me, holding on to me. I was the anchor for everyone in the back seat. It was crazy. So it's that element of danger. So, Aaron, was there anything that you thought, like, I can't believe I'm doing this?
I mean, most of it. I definitely had my biggest moment when we were doing Shimshal. That was like okay, this is probably the coolest thing I've ever done in my life and will ever do for the next couple of years. But definitely element of danger. DSI was in the beginning of DSI, since I had never really done off-road before. That's when I was like,
you had a
fuck
statement
this.
about DSI. So can you describe the road condition? And remember that Bagel did it on teeny tiny wheels.
I almost don't believe you guys. Like, until I see a photo of it, it was insane. It was physically painful. It was incredibly tough. And for a while, you're in the mountains, so you can't really see the incredible scenery. And so for the first, 2 hours of it, I was just getting the shit kicked out of me by this road. And the entire time I was just thinking, fuck Moyne, like, fuck him for making us do this road.
And when you say road,
Yeah.
there's no
that's
tarmac.
No.
No.
Yeah, road is a generous statement. But once the kind of the clearing opens up and you can see the sky and the shadows on
Yeah.
all the mountains, that's when I was
yeah.
oh, this is worth it.
John, did you guys go through DSI to Skardu, or did you go from Skardu over DSI?
I believe it was Scardu over DSI.
Yeah, so this is the first time I went backwards. And yeah, it was that reveal when you're coming through. So DSI is the second highest plains in the world. They're plains. There's nothing up there. It's just barren. I mean,
It's such a beautiful area, though. It's
yeah,
just amazing.
And that's when we saw the marmots. Oh, little marmots. They're so cute.
Killer marmots.
But even that was a huge challenge for everyone. This is a bumpy road with jagged rocks. And, you just have to endure it for hours and hours and hours.
Oh, God.
Yeah. But, and roads like Shimshal that are literally carved out of the side of a cliff. And I don't know if you guys saw some of the pictures people took of like somebody else on the road, and you could see sections of the road that had collapsed, and they just stack up rocks and then build the road back on these free stacked rocks.
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. So that was a big scare for a lot of people, is Shimshal. John, I think for your trip too, you had somebody who was like, I'm not even going to try it.
That was it was the worst wreck we had there.
Oh, yeah, right.
Yeah, with a concussion.
Shimshal, DSI, they're all challenging rides. Would you guys say that those were the most dangerous rides that we did?
I would say that the last strip going into Islamabad was the most dangerous part of the trip.
That road's rough. It's slick as snot.
The road, as we're getting back into civilization, once you get to Ahmedabad and going towards Islamabad, and now you've got all the traffic, and Moyne is going flat out.
Does he ever not go flat out?
Flat out. I had a speed bump at like 60 miles per hour that I didn't see coming. Yeah. No, it was crazy. And this is when, Relda crashed. I mean, the bigger dangers were the ones that we weren't expecting. It was on the paved roads when you're getting back into the city.
Yeah.
Doing the dirt roads was a bit enduring and technical, but not as dangerous.
Yeah, I would agree.
So, let's see. We did Babusar, and then we did Kunjarab. We spent some time in Hunza. Oh, we did a thing in Hunza that our listeners will want to hear about. For any of our Patreon subscribers, there's about 80 girls who are in a hostel studying, trying to get their education, who have a big thank you for them, because we were able to buy the motorcycle. We bought two, but one of them was bought by our Patreon funds to give to the girls in the hostel, the girls who live in Shimshal Valley, which is so remote. In fact, which one of you heard the story about how Shimshal became settled? Did you guys hear that story about the polo match?
Oh, yeah. And English Dave, who flies in every year.
Oh, no. That's a different one.
I think Lily was the one who heard the story.
So
where it was...
the story was that these mountaineer people had traveled way up this valley, up this mountain, and then discovered this beautiful valley, the Shimshal Valley, that, it's wide and flat, and you can have farms up there, and they came to settle it. And then the Chinese showed up, and they said, no, this is our land. And they're like, no, we settled it. So I said, well, the only way to settle this is with a polo match. So the Chinese showed up with their horses, and the locals showed up with their yaks and played polo, and the locals won, and they got to keep the Shimshal Valley. I love that story.
All right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
For a moment there, I thought you were going to say a duel.
No. So it's so far up, there's not a lot of school. And so this woman named Hussein Bibi opened up a youth hostel for the young women to come down and live down near civilization, where they have access to school, studying, and resources. The 80 women. So we delivered 2 bikes to them. They were very excited about this. More so than I thought. Like, I just really didn't know if young women would be excited about motorbikes. Relda, what was the response, would you say?
Oh, I think they jumped right on the bike and right away figured out how to kickstart it. It was on the stand, on the center stand. So a lot of the girls were just revving it, and they loved it.
Yeah, the grins.
Yeah,
were so huge. And I had like a few women were young women were like, I can't wait. And this one was she's standing next to me, and she's revving the bike up because that's all they could do. And she turns to me, she goes, "It's making my stomach tingle." And I'm like, "Oh, you have the feelies." Oh. And I realized, like, wow, the doors were opening.
Freedom.
Yeah.
It is exactly the same freedom that every single one of us got when we were a teenager and we got our first bike.
Yep.
And you rev that thing up and then you figured out how to make it go.
100%.
And you're like, yeah, my life is never going to be the same from this point. And even at an early age, you realize that. You realize that up until then, you hadn't experienced freedom, and now you were going to get it, and you could go where you want when you wanted.
Yep.
Brilliant.
Yep.
Oh, I remember it vividly. So it doesn't surprise me. So
but
yes,
it doesn't stop there.
Oh,
so women riders now bought one of the bikes. Motorcycles and Misfits bought the other bike. But one of the women, Rachel, she collected used gear from women riders here and went with a full duffel bag of helmets and gloves and everything. Right? Doesn't stop there.
Oh.
Jamie and I went down with Papa, the mechanic, to one of the hardware stores and bought a tool set to give them so they could learn to wrench on it.
Yeah.
Doesn't stop there. Jamie also paid, and this is what's crazy, $100. She got $100 that Moyne went with her to a local mechanic nearby and prepaid for 1 year of service. So once a month, he's instructed to go up to the school and do maintenance on the bike. $100 gets you 12 rounds of service on 2 bikes.
Wow.
That's what Emma would charge, right, at Mototown?
Oh, yeah, no, those are Mototown rates.
So we didn't just drop off bikes. We gave them all the things. Now, we didn't have time to stay and teach them how to ride. The teacher said that they need to get permissions from all the parents first.
Right.
But we have our friend...
How old are these girls?
Like 17.
I think so.
17 through 19, or
no. I think they're all like high school.
They're all high school. Okay.
I think like 15 to 17.
Okay.
Remember our friend Rosie Gabrielle, who's been on the show. She currently lives up in that area, and I asked her if she would continue going there and giving girls lessons. So that's a big thanks to our listeners, our Patreon subscribers, for helping me and us to do this really special thing with the women, the young women of Shimshaw Valley, and sharing the thing that we love the most. And of course, they had a party and they danced and sang for us, and it was really fun.
Awesome.
And there are obviously there are photographs and little video segments that you can post on the Misfits.
Yeah, I'm never that organized. Yeah, I will.
Yeah, I know.
I will. What else did we do?
Yak burger, right?
Oh yeah, yak burger. Yum.
What does yak taste like?
Like furry cow.
The thing funny about the thing is you can only eat the anus.
Oh, what?
That's it. That's all it has. Everything else is not edible.
Wait, what?
Yes.
All right. So another cool thing. This is a kind of I guess we're announcing an exclusive right now. Part of the reason that Aaron was there specifically.
Yes.
Aaron, let's talk about why you were there on this trip.
So I was actually there to cover it for the American Motorcyclist Association's magazine, American Motorcyclist. Yes.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah. So I work for the AMA, and I saw Liza at Americade, and she had mentioned the trip and mentioned that there were some open seats. And so I called one of the people in our communications department and saw if they would be interested in funding me going on this trip and having it for the article. And they said yeah. So I'm very excited to cover it. I mean, it was 2.5 weeks. So there's a lot of stuff to go through and see what would be of most interest to our members. But I'm really excited. I think it's an incredible country, and it needs to be on every motorcyclist's bucket list.
Yeah, that's as a motorcyclist, I mean, for John and Bagel, you guys have been there now. I mean, should this be a destination for all motorcycle adventure riders?
Oh, I think so.
I think so.
Yeah.
Or just adventurous types.
You're riding in where the Himalayas and the Karakoram and the Hindu Kush mountains come together. It's freaking amazing, and you're on the Silk Road.
And you have never seen mountains like these before.
Nope.
Yeah.
I just would like to point out that I enjoy riding very fast on smooth asphalt, pulling up in front of my hotel, and then going in and ordering room service.
Yes, but we had curry.
Room service may include curry, but I'm very much of the bring a martini up to my room right now, please, traveler. And
That's going to be hard to find in Pakistan.
But we had Chinese beer.
Oh, Tsingtao.
Yeah.
Tsingao's great beer.
We had, gin? What was it?
Oh, yeah. Good gin. Really good gin.
Oh.
This is another thing, John, I forgot that we got to do. And for, I think, Relda and Aaron owe you a thanks. Because you guys, Stumpy John's the one who raised the money to buy all the instruments that we got to deliver to the school in Gilman.
That's
That's awesome. That makes me super happy. So cool.
Oh, can I see this?
So that was pretty cool. It's a small school up on the top of this mountain.
Oh, I see so many happy faces.
And John, you
Look
raised
at
a
this.
few $1,000s, and they were able to buy bass guitars,
That's awesome.
Right on.
ukuleles, drums. What I loved is there were maracas that I guess were bought that were immediately grabbed by the toddlers and turned into weapons. That was fun to watch. But a used bass guitar and an amp doesn't sound like that big of a deal, except there's only one electric bass in this region. And so whenever there's a concert or an event, they have to go borrow the one for this event.
Travel quite a ways to do that. Yeah.
I am looking at a picture, and in this picture, I would say pretty much a good cross-section of the women riders. And Moyne is sitting at the front. He looks very, very happy. But children, you can go anywhere in the world, and children are children. Mm-hmm. And if you give a child a musical instrument, they'll
turn it into a weapon.
They light up like a little beacon, and I am seeing a lot of very, very happy children.
So, John, thank you that we were able to, do that for you. And they put on a whole show and a concert. A little dancing for us.
Well, we had a lot of people, a lot of listeners gave money towards that, and others, friends of mine. So thank you all.
Yeah, and it's just great. Yeah, to go to the kids and Jimmy Kahn, who's a singer. Check him out on YouTube.
So much fun
doing performing some songs. That was really cool. But back to Aaron. This article, when do you think it's going to come out? Sometime next year?
Yeah, that's a great question. I mean, it's magazine schedule, so it's whenever it gets written, and then whenever they can, fit in 10 pages of something. So
yeah, because
this
article
earliest January, but who knows?
It's going to be the cover article, isn't it?
Well, we don't know that yet.
Yeah, I hope so. It was good. It was good. We hope so. I had another really cool thing happen. Rel, do you remember this at the fork of the rivers?
Oh, so many cool things happen.
I know, so many cool things. This was a trip for me. So coming down.
Now I remember.
When we're last day heading towards Uptabad, coming out of the mountains, and we're on the Karakoram Highway, and thinking like Pacific Coast Highway. It's just giant river down below on a cliff's edge and just a fast moving road. And we stopped. There was a coffee shop that had a viewing platform and a 3-pointed statue thingy to commemorate. This is basically the birth of the mountain ranges.
It's a confluence of all three.
Yeah. The Hindu Kush, the Karakoram, and the Himalayas all start here, and there's 2 rivers that come down between them. That there's a fork in the river where they join and become one. Is that the Indus?
I don't know the name of the river.
that becomes one, and so you can go up on this viewing platform and see the beginning of all this. So I'm up there just kind of looking, and I heard someone say, "Liza." Like, I turn around, I'm like, "Yeah," and he goes, "Hey, my name's Brian. I'm from New Zealand. I'm a listener of yours."
That's awesome.
What?
Very cool.
Stalker.
What? Right?
I've been dying to meet you.
I would like to have you for dinner.
with a nice Chianti and some fava beans.
Exactly.
That's him. And he's like, "Yeah."
He looks like a nice boy.
No, he's a cool guy. And he does tours of India. And he says, "Yeah,
Wow.
I finished up my tour and I was following your trip on Facebook, and I thought maybe I'll pop over to Pakistan and check it out." And then he
Nice.
found me
That's cool.
on a viewing platform
Nice.
on the side of the road.
Yeah, how crazy is that?
Wow.
I was bowled over, but what a cool thing. And he's been touring and going all the places that we went and really enjoying his trip. So that was cool. Aaron, what was one of the highlights for you?
Oh, that's such a difficult question. I mean, definitely Shimshal. That was just, every second of that road, I was, just absolutely astounded with how gorgeous it is. And then I also did most of it with Jamie Smith, who is a legendary rider, and doing it with her was really cool. And we went around Shimshal village. We left a little bit earlier than the rest of the group in the morning, and we ran into a woman whose daughter went to Shimshal Girls School, and her daughter had called her earlier in the week to tell her about the bikes that got donated. And so as we were riding by, she was like, "Are you guys the Americans that donated those bikes?" And it was a really, really cool moment. So she got to thank us. And and she was like, "My daughter's ecstatic and can't wait to ride."
So, and we said that you didn't have a lot of dirt experience before.
You do now.
How much of a challenge was it for you, and how better of a rider did it make you?
I mean, definitely a better rider for sure. I mean, night and day. It didn't really scare me that much. I think I'm still of the age range where I don't quite have the fear of death in me yet. So I was just kind of like, all right, cool, this is what we're doing. But I mean, definitely DOSI a couple times on those hairpin turns with the sheer cliff drop, all with baby head gravel. I was like, yeah, this is something that I should probably reconsider.
Yeah, but these bikes are also very forgiving. And Relda, how about for you? How big of a challenge was there? A moment that you went like, "Oh, I'm in too deep. I'm not prepared for this."
When I crashed last day.
Good answer.
Yeah. No, every other, I think, a couple things. So during my riding, I would, if I felt myself tensing up a lot, like one of the tips Maggie gave me, who was along for the ride, is just sing and sing out loud, and that'll kind of just help you relax and clear your head. So I had multiple songs going through my mind.
You know what? That's a good trick, because we had people.
That was one.
Phenomena.
We had like the Sesame Street song. Like we were just, you had all sorts of songs.
Did you have "It's a Small World" out? No.
Luckily, no.
But we had, "We welcome you today. We welcome you today. We welcome you today. We welcome you today." Yeah, there was
That's a delightful
the kids
melody.
sang, and they had paper plates that had like
little
welcome
repetitive, perhaps.
Yeah, I know.
That was the school where the musical instruments were
Yeah,
donated
it was,
to.
yeah.
So
It's a deep song.
yeah.
Deep,
There was
meaningful
more. That's just
lyrics.
what we really remember the most.
Those kids are like, we got to do this thing again because we got the same show.
So, but no, that is a very good tip. I'm going to give a top tip here.
Here we go. A Motorcycles and Misfits top tip. Just the tip.
Just the tip.
Actually, no, it's not my tip. It's Haley Bell's tip.
Oh, dear Haley.
Haley Bell is got a fear of heights.
We know
She's
this.
the type of person who, going up a ladder, she might have a panic. And she was forcing herself and having herself go to like high places to try and get used to it, because she was so worried about Shimshal Valley Road. And she discovered a trick that worked for her. I think someone else gave her this advice.
Crawling.
No, she played loud music in her headphones the whole time, and just got into this groove and just she's like she never thought about the edge of the road, the drop off. She was in her groove, enjoying the bike and the road and the path in front of her.
Great.
And it never occurred. So there's a good top tip. Music.
Well, be careful with that. So I used to enjoy listening to music in. I had little earbuds in my helmet, and I'd play music. And from a safety standpoint, if you're listening to music, you can't hear cars around you. And I have lost count the amount of times I've looked in my mirror and haven't seen anything, but I've heard something. Like, what is that? And I said, oh, there's a low-slung car. And I was looking right over the top of it before. But that's not the reason. You'd get a good song come on, and you go faster. Because, the music kind of drives you on. So you've got to be careful what you play. But it's a great method to overcome a little bit of fear.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah, and I was riding up Shimshall Valley, and I was with Leave, Relda's roommate, who also didn't have any experience. And we were on intercom together.
Yes.
Which was really helpful because I was able to go ahead of her and tell her what was coming, what gear to be in, and how to attack what she was facing. Like,
what was wrong with what she was wearing?
Yeah. Well, she was wearing assless chaps.
Oh, no.
No,
that was wrong with the gear she was in.
No, but I was able to really walk through. But it was important things like I'm watching her in my mirror. I'm like, grip the tank with your knees, loosen your arms.
Yes.
Look up. These things that you need to keep reminding yourself over and over that make a big difference when riding and like that. And so it was really fun for me to be able to coach her, but also to see and hear her as she's responding. Oh, it just smoothed out. Yeah.
Did you use the intercoms a lot on that trip?
Yes, but a lot of times I was just singing and annoying Haley. Yeah. But we were getting to know each other, and it was just Haley and Leave and I had comms because we had to communicate. There was a film shoot thing happening, but it was nice. One thing you guys may not realize
is
that I actually grew as a writer and my ability too.
Yeah,
cool.
One thing I hate doing is sand. Jim knows I hate sand.
I do too. Yeah.
Well, one of the places we went that called the Cold Desert, not far from Skardu. John, you went there, right?
Actually, no, we didn't go there. We got in too late.
I'm so sorry.
I went there.
So, Bagel, things are different there now. The Cold Desert, you go up, you get up there on the side of the road. It's like sand dunes, but at first it's not really dunes. It's just sand, Yeah. It's white sand. Yep. They now have these guys that have all these motorcycles and quads, Jeeps. There's a paraglider and an ultralight that you can pay and get rides on. Yeah. So we get there and it's like all these toys to play with. And Haley just immediately jumps on. Somebody thrusts a bike at her and she just, she starts just ripping around the sand. Mostly it's tourists showing up who haven't ridden a bike in 30 years and are like, oh, I'm going to try this. And they're riding very slowly. Haley is just like, wow, going crazy. She broke 2 bikes. Yeah. And then I was like, okay, I hate sand. But I grabbed Adil's bike, who was with us. This was a Chinese bike, a 250cc touring enduro thing, right? Okay. So it had the proper tires, like a taller suspension.
I think I've seen those. Was it a Zhongshan?
It might be.
Yeah, Zhongshan 250 Adventure.
Yeah. So I'm like, I'll try it.
Yes.
Rather than taking our street tires out there. And I just went out there and just started ripping around and chasing Haley on whatever she was riding, and getting the feel for the sand.
And I mean, what method do you think you took that was so different that made you comfortable with it? Or was it just familiarity?
Well, I know that you really have to lean the bike down, stay up. You really have to, in sand, really lean it and gun it. And every now and then that front wheel would dig in and wobble, and then you have to like adjust and throw your leg out. That's hard for me at my age.
Right. Well,
that's hard.
And you've got crappy knees anyway.
Yeah. But I did it. I had a lot of fun. A bunch of the girls went up and flew in flying contraptions. That was another element of danger. But Erin got to do something else.
Oh, the horse. Yeah.
The horse. Again, as you know, we call it Moyne magic, but in this case, it was a Deal magic who was traveling with us. Deal, who is Rosie Gabrielle's husband, he made a horse appear.
Oh, horses are great.
Yeah. And Erin hopped up on that thing. How was that horse? Did it want to be there?
Oh, absolutely not.
Yeah.
That horse hated its life.
Erin on the recalcitrant horse.
Yeah, like everything
It was
else,
insane.
there's an element of danger to this horse.
So how did this horse's dogma manifest itself? Was it aggressive towards you, or just like, I don't want to move?
Oh, it had taken a beating in its life, so there's almost nothing you could have done to make that thing move faster than a walk.
Oh, God.
But, yeah, I did get it up to a canter with some nudging, but Leave was the real riding master. I mean, she got that horse going, consistently and quickly, so...
Oh, God, that is a moth-eaten horse. Let me see that thing.
Yeah, you also hopped on a quad.
Oh, dear God, that poor animal.
I know.
I have to say, you look absolutely stunning on it. I mean, you look like a female Lawrence of Arabia sitting on this thing. Oh
my God, is that
God,
me or Leave?
That poor horse. Look at it.
Describe the process of getting on the horse.
Oh my God! Yeah, I certainly needed some assistance. I think it was after attempt number 5, the guys just took pity on me and brought a chair over. Yeah, we were not getting on that thing alone.
Because you're not actually sitting in a saddle. You're basically on a riding blanket, right?
Yeah. I mean, there's a very small saddle, but it's a very tiny English saddle, and then obviously your Western style reins.
Right.
And it's just, it's a wild time.
I can't get over that horse's face. He looks incredibly pissed off, just with life in general. I don't think it's
so
anything
mad.
to do with you. I think it's just like, seen it all, done it all. I wish I were dead.
So, and speaking of the element of danger, after we left Skardu and we had to go on Skardu Road to head towards Gilgit. And this is a road, Bagel, you did that before?
Yep.
So, Bagel, when you went there, it was a 1-lane road carved out of the side of a mountain with a raging river down below.
Yeah, basically.
And they have since, in the past year, they widened it.
Good-o.
So there's an actual line down the middle, and you can fit 2 cars because there were too many trucks meeting at blind corners, right?
Oh, yeah.
So they've widened it, which is a major task of digging out the hillside. However,
there's not a lot of room there to work with.
As they're still finishing up widening it, they're also dealing with active landslides that are erasing everything they're doing.
All the time.
So as you're riding it, there might suddenly just be gravel and rocks.
Right.
And then it might be back to a perfect, brand new, twisty tarmac road. And then it's like, gravel and rocks or piles of sand or whatever. It keeps you on your toes.
Mm-hmm.
The day after we went over that road, there was an earthquake and a big collapse, and there were cars with boulders on them.
Oh, wow.
The next day.
Ouch.
Again, the element of danger. There's always this risk of something going wrong. In fact, how many times, you guys, when you're riding on a great paved road, are there just rocks in the road?
Here or in
No,
Pakistan?
there. In
Oh.
Pakistan.
Oh, Pakistan all the time.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Yeah.
I said, you know what you don't see here is roadkill. What you do see is rock kill. Rocks that will kill you. Rocks that have tumbled down and are like, softball sized, basketball sized, just sitting in the road.
But we were there during snow melt, and I mean, literally, it was like 18 inches of water coming across the main highway.
Yeah. Oh, who wants to talk about water crossings?
They're fun. No.
I loved it. I thought it was
had
so
fun.
cool.
Yeah. Dummy didn't pack rain gear. So just about every day, my boots were soaked at the end of the day. I think, yeah.
Did you guys catch rain?
One day we had to ride in the rain.
On the really hot ride to Hunza.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That was a wet day.
Yeah, riding to Hunza, and we were behind schedule, so the sun was going down.
Oof.
And we're trying to get everyone there in the rain, and there was a giant landslide that took out a whole bridge, so now they've carved a dirt road back up into the hillside that brings you around.
Yep.
And that was hard getting everyone there. I took off with a deal. Just took off like a burp. And Adil and I got to the hotel before it was dark. And I realized there's no one behind us. So I went back down.
This was the Hunza Mountain Retreat one?
Yeah, Mountain Story. So I went back down to the highway and waited for people to show up because I realized, this was fun for me. You know what I'm good at? Shitty roads, shitty conditions. I'm really good at that. That's my jam. Shitty roads, shitty conditions. I can haul ass.
Right.
But yeah. Oh, yeah. You like this, John. Hey, Aaron, what weather did Moyne tell us to be prepared for that day?
He said it was going to be incredibly hot and to only wear our summer gear.
Yeah. So, Relda, how prepared were you for the rain and the cold front that came with it?
So I'm always cold. So I came prepared because I just always have extra layers of that. But the rain, Atta happened to have a rain jacket and he let me wear it. So yeah, if it wasn't for that, I probably would have been dead.
So, once we got to the hotel, everyone was drenched and cold and miserable, and they had ridden at night through like a landslide zone, and they were pretty pissed. So there was a score to settle. Relda, how did the women take it out on Moyne?
Well, pretty much everybody lined up and Moyne bent over and we all just spanked them.
We laid him
One
over
after
a
one.
table and everyone lined up.
Wow.
And some of them, some of them were swinging hard.
And that's a bad thing?
He, I think, liked it more than he let off.
I do want to take a second to talk about Moyne's wife, Anne.
She's a doll.
So
Love
cool.
her.
100%.
All right. She takes being a passenger to a new level. So first of all,
Well, she weighs like 30 pounds, so.
yeah, and she's here from California.
Yeah.
Moyne does not hold back when his wife is on the bike. He rides at the same level. He's doing wheelies and jumps and sliding the bike sideways with his wife on the bike. And she's the monkey on the back who is just holding on to him. But they also have a method when they hit like bumpy terrain. Aaron, you want to describe her method?
Oh, if I can remember it, I think it's the one arm under in case she flies up, and then one arm over to like really hold that in. Yeah.
And when Moyne stands up, she stands up with him. So she's standing on the passenger pegs with her arms wrapped around him, and they are going through twisties and gravel and baby heads and water crossings, two up, standing up.
And so she can see over his shoulder, it sounds like. to know what's coming up.
Yeah. No,
Okay.
they've got like a rhythm. Like you watch,
Yeah.
he goes to stand up, she senses it, and she goes up with him.
Okay.
Like if he's coming up to a speed bump, he doesn't slow down. He stands up, she stands up with him.
Okay.
And then they go back down.
Well, she was talking about learning how to ride and trying to ride with you
She
guys.
did.
Your license.
Well, that brings me to the next thing. So first of all, Anne, we acknowledged her for being an amazing passenger. But there was some times where she rode and Moyne was on the back.
Oh, right on.
But there was another person there who was pretty special. Umber.
She's
Did you
great.
meet Umber?
I did. She's great too.
So Umber I met on last year's trip. She's a friend of Moyne's. She's a Pakistani woman who was educated here at UC Berkeley. She's pretty Western for a Pakistani woman, but she's still a Pakistani woman. She's an artist, really cool. And last year she was inspired by her trip. And she told me that 5 months ago she started taking lessons because she wanted to ride up Kunjarab Pass with us.
Nice.
And
Well, that's when you're going like 3 miles an hour, though.
Yeah. And she didn't ride the whole thing. She was riding on the back of her boyfriend Jimmy's bike. Yeah, they're official now, by the way.
Oh, great.
Oops. Oops. But there were times where she's like, no, I'm riding now. I'm riding with the ladies. Aaron, how did that make you feel to see her joy?
It was so cool. I mean, she really is. She reminds me of, everyone, myself included, when we all started out, of just that pure joy and eagerness to learn. I mean, any chance she got, she was asking us a question about something she was struggling with. But I mean, Umber's a badass. Like, that's a bad bitch. And it was really cool to ride with her.
Yeah, and it kind of reminded me of when I was talking earlier about how like all dudes, I mean, women too, but all dudes need to know how to start a bike. She was struggling with things like the bike kept stalling on her going up a hill. She doesn't know how to feather a clutch. She doesn't know how to rev the engine up and feather a clutch. And I was like, oh, is this another thing that just I take for granted that people just know? And so,
well, you develop it. You develop it.
Yeah, she wasn't there yet. So she was in her driveway in her house, which is just like 20 feet long. And I put the bike in third gear and said, get it to go forward 10 feet.
Okay. Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
Well,
that takes a lot of clutch in third gear. Yeah.
Right. You got to rev it up and let the clutch out in increments. And so I think she was learning a lot. Relda, did she learn anything from you? Did you give her any advice?
I don't think so. I think my advice to her was to ask other people. Like I'd tell her to ask Maggie or, so like who I thought would be able to answer her question.
So there's another cool thing we got to do that John didn't get to do.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Is that the border?
Yes.
So this is the Wagah border ceremony. Have you guys ever seen
Nice.
the videos?
Yes.
So go ahead and pass it around, John.
Super cool.
The Wagah border ceremony. The
I didn't
Wagah
get to go
border
do
is
this.
at the border of India and Pakistan. It's literally the border, and they built a stadium
yeah.
at the border.
Okay.
And you have rangers on both sides, the Indian rangers and the Pakistani rangers. And they have these like big hats and these really cool uniforms. And they come out, and it's basically the Ministry of Silly Walks.
Right. They have tassels too.
Aaron, do you get that reference?
She's too young for that.
No, actually, a teacher showed me that video in class when I was in college. So I do get that reference.
Yay! They do this whole like strutting, and there's drums going and flags, and they're stomping their feet and gesturing to the other side, like, it's basically a dance off.
It really is.
Is what it is, right? Wow. But it's majestic. And they do it on both sides. And then they throw the gates open, they raise the flags, and two of the guys march forward and they shake hands with each other to represent one more day of peace
Right on.
between Pakistan and India. They do it every day. Twice a day.
Rain or shine.
Yeah, twice. Yeah, it's crazy. So not only were we VIP guests, we get taken into the really cool,
we got that.
these like, I don't know what you call these rooms underneath the grandstands that are lined with couches, and they bring you tea and snacks, and this is where they put, the VIPs, so you're not out there with the common people.
Oh,
And then-
perish the thought of that.
I know.
Oh, God.
And then when it's
Mixing with the hoi polloi.
And then when it's about to start, they come and get you and they take you to your front row seats.
They do.
You know. But what we got to do that John didn't get to do is after they shake the hands and they do the thing, they invite the dignitaries out into the stadium up to the border to pose with the Rangers. And so this is the photo of all of us doing that.
Now,
which is cool.
I notice in this photograph a great many of you all are wearing traditional dress. Liza, of course, isn't.
Yeah.
Was that something you bought? Was that provided for you? Tell me the story about that, because you all look great.
So one of our days in Lahore, I think we all just kind of went around shopping, trying to find some traditional wear.
Yeah, I should be a Pakistani fashion consultant, shouldn't I?
That
I saw a picture of you with
that
with the
color
outfit.
on you,
No.
Relda, looks great.
I love that color.
You're wearing a sort of a very, very dark red.
Aaron knows. I was picking stuff out for everyone. I'm like, hear me out. I think this color and this.
Yes.
I'm very into fashion. I just don't wear it.
We all had our own personal fashion.
And
stylist.
is this you, Aaron, in white?
Yeah,
In pure white, you look great. I mean, of course, Haley
She looks
Bell,
so good.
Her color looked great on her.
gobby mare that she is, looks great in everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, look at her. So, this is fantastic. I particularly like this gentleman on the left with the machine gun.
Oh, so I got to tell you the story. Do you notice how tall these Rangers are?
Yeah, they are.
So that is with intent.
So in order to get the job, there's a minimum height requirement, I would have
Yes,
thought.
and here's why. They mock the Indian vegetarians who are
I
small
heard.
men.
Oh, I absolutely heard this when I was there too. Yeah.
Yeah. So they only hire guys who are like 6'3" and taller, so they stand over them. And
So
mock them.
doesn't India have any tall men to hire as
No,
rangers?
they don't eat meat. They're all little guys.
Well, they don't eat beef.
And they wear spats. They look weird
What are spats?
on their boots.
Yeah, spats, it's kind of a covering to cover up the laces and all the untidy parts of a boot.
Okay.
Michael Jackson wore spats.
You know, they're usually white. Well, are they white spats?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like, it's kind of like a fairing for your boot.
Okay.
It
All
covers
right.
up the messy stuff.
So the other thing you don't notice here is, I'm going to take this again.
Yes.
So India, if you don't know geography, is a lot bigger than Pakistan. They used to be the same country.
Yes.
And Pakistan was carved out of India.
Yeah, the stand looks absolutely
So
crowded.
this is a it's a stadium that on the Indian side is 2 stories
Massive,
high,
yeah.
massive stadium. And on the Pakistan side is like little bleachers
Right.
because there's a lot less people, which meant we had to cheer even louder. Yeah. Pakistan!
Zindabad!
Exactly. Everyone knows that. I want to just, in wrapping up, I want to talk a bit about, for anyone else who's interested in a trip like this. Brad, is this sound intriguing to you?
It sounds really appealing. Each time you've described it over the episodes, I would love to do that adventure. I'm all about adventure. I can't do that at this point in my life.
But I think the common denominator that everyone talks about after this trip is not necessarily how safe the riding is how safe the country is and how friendly and accommodating the people are.
Yeah,
Um,
I can understand that. I can appreciate that.
There's a story that I'm going to ask Aaron to tell about that now. So did you guys hear where Aaron lives and works? Washington, D.C. That's the intro to the story. Aaron, tell us about, before going on this trip, what you were told to expect.
Yeah, so living in DC, you're inundated with a lot of people that have read academia about places, and usually that academia is about the political strife, the issues with violence and whatnot. So I pretty much had someone in my ear every day leading up to the trip telling me that I was going to die and that it was one of the most dangerous places on earth, and that unless I went with a fully armed, privately hired security force, I wasn't going to make it. So, yeah, my mom got so freaked out by all of it that she actually took out kidnapping insurance on me.
My parents tried to do that on my first trip.
Yeah. But, and which is a relatively smart traveler thing to do. I updated the embassy in Pakistan to let them know that I was going to be coming. And one of the U.S. State Department alerts for that embassy while we were there was a huge warning about this religious, ceremony that was happening. And it's just a march through the streets to mourn one of the saints that died. And that's all it is. It's just a march. It's like any parade in America. And I got a State Department notice basically saying, if you're an American, get out of the streets, stay inside, stay vigilant. Don't let anybody know where you're at, because it's apparently an extremely dangerous demonstration, when in reality it's just, people observing a religious holiday.
And what was the reality that you experienced?
I mean, I definitely felt safer than I do in America. I mean, everyone there is so kind, so incredibly helpful. And I mean, and just to kind of really nail that point home, the second that I got back in DC, there was a shooting right outside my work.
Yeah.
Literally the day that I went back to work.
And
so
that same day was a mass shooting at a school in Oakland.
Yeah, right. Wednesday, there was a school shooting.
Right.
It's sad.
Which is like a staunch reminder for, all the warnings you get going there. And then you go there and you have the opposite. You feel safer there. Everybody will take care of you. Everybody. If they have nothing, they will give you anything, right? and I mean, I'll be honest though, there were times that there was armed security around us or near us that we did not request. But like the hotel just has it, because there are people with money and means staying at the hotel in Lahore. So they just have dudes with big guns, which, by the way, Relda, do you want to tell one of the funny stories? So you got these two guys with, like AK-47 guns, which we did see him use it once.
Right. That was the only time. And I think we all said, we're like, he probably got really excited and went home and told his family that night that he finally got to use his weapon.
How did he use his weapon?
So leaving the hotel, there's this driveway that we have to pass through. But right before getting to the street, there's this electric wire, but it hangs a little low. So our, the bus that we were in wouldn't have made it. And so what he did was he took his gun, and I think the barrel of the gun.
The muzzle.
He held it up. And with that, he was able to lift the wire.
And with the butt of the gun, push the wire up so the van,
the van was able to pass through.
Nice.
That's great.
So, I see a path forward for Misfits.
Yeah.
Is offering these tours. So if you're adventurous, sign up for a trip to Pakistan with the Misfits and one of Moyne's adventures.
Well,
if that's a little bit much for you and you want something a little tamer, you can sign up for Emma and Kat's Alpine Adventure.
No, you're not stealing ours just yet.
Hang on.
Just yet. Hold on.
And if that's a little adventurous for you, just come over and do a Westcliff ride with us.
I want to encourage people and say this should be a destination. And I'm hoping that that's going to be one of the things that your article says, Aaron. A motorcyclist destination. Riding local bikes. You don't want to be riding big bikes there. You don't need a GS. It's too much bike. Again, our 150cc bikes did everything, and we were passing cars and trucks and tuk-tuks. If you're on a bigger bike carrying more speed and more weight, you will
and more crap.
You're getting in a bad situation.
Well, you did see a guy on a 650 Benelli, didn't you?
Yeah, I think it was a 502.
We ran into a couple of GS guys too when we were there.
Right.
You have some people
probably struggling
touring.
Well, they were coming through from
right.
But I recommend getting local made bikes. There's a lot of rental companies. Going on Moyne's tour. Here's the thing. Moyne takes care of you. When we went up to Shimshal Valley, he said on John's tour that the food wasn't good up there.
It's pretty rough.
So he hired a chef to close down his restaurant and come with us up to the valley for 2 days and cook for us.
That's great.
Wow.
This is the kind of level that he takes care of. Did you, Relda, did you get any special treatment from Moyne? Was there anything that stood out for you? Like, wow, he's really going above and beyond.
I mean, honestly, the whole trip, it just felt like it was a bunch of friends hanging out together, everyone looking out for everybody. If I was worried or had a question or anything, I just asked Moyne and he somehow, would either make it happen or,
Yeah. Aaron, was there anything for you that stuck out that Moyne did?
The fact that he constantly stayed so kind every time I had to ask her to go to the bathroom. I pee about every 30 minutes. So he definitely should have gotten annoyed, but he didn't. And I really appreciated that.
No, Moyne may be the kindest person I think I've ever met. He's an amazing man.
Yeah, Annie might have him, though. She's pretty kind, too. She took care of me.
adifferentagenda.com is Moyne's site. I am not planning on going next year.
I can't go next year either.
Right. But you don't need to go with us. Moyne, if you tell him that you're, a misfit, one of our group, he'll take care of you, and you tell him what you want to do or see or what any of your special needs. We had people there with dietary needs that Moyne, his wife, went and bought like all this whole food kind of stuff to bring with us to take care of them. He still says that Bagel was the hardest person to feed.
Yeah. Guilty as charged.
Yeah.
Are you lactose intolerant, Bagel?
No.
Bagel is food intolerant.
I
He's
have
just
an
intolerant in general.
I have an onion intolerance, and I'm on a low carb diet.
Yes. I'm Bagel and I'm not tolerant of anything.
So let me ask,
Yeah.
this is a little different topic, but any effect from the floods and thing that were going on you saw or heard
Not in
about?
the mountains.
What about in Islamabad?
Yeah, you didn't see any fallout in any of the villages or displaced people.
No, though Jamie is the only one, I think, who suffered the effects from the additional rain, in that there was a water crossing that was higher than expected, and she went in too fast and went over the handlebar.
Oh, dear.
And then I think she got MRSA or something because she was sick for days after that.
Oh, dear.
No, here's the thing about Pakistan. You need to be on point and paying attention all the time.
Right.
The road conditions change. The dangers that everyone tells you about are not the dangers at all. It's the opposite. The people there are the kindest people. But it is a challenge for a biker that almost anyone can do. I mean, you guys didn't have a ton of experience. You didn't have any track experience before this, right? Or dirt experience. But with the little bit of training that you got just from people in the group, you were able to do it. There was only one person on the trip whose skill level was too low. She's only been riding a few months. That we just basically put her in the car. The strange thing is the slow technical off-road stuff, she was like a little goat. She could do that.
Right.
It's when we got on the open road and you had to go faster than like 30 miles an hour. Freaked her out. She wasn't comfortable with the speed with these conditions. So she was going too slow and being too cautious and I don't think enjoying it. And when somebody's in that mindset, you got to take them off the bike.
Right.
Right. So she went in the truck most of it. She's the one I took. I spent one day with her on the back of my bike, just showing her how you can have fun and go fast. And it turned out what the problem was is she wasn't looking up. She was good at the dirt roads because she was looking right in front of her tire. When you get on the open road with sweeping turns, she wasn't looking up, and so it
Gotta
looked
look through it.
like she was going really fast.
Right.
When you look up, everything slows down. So that helped her a lot. We were all able to help, advise everyone.
And that's what a trip like that's all about, is helping one another.
But does it surprise you guys? I mean, John, Bagel, everyone who's been there, does it surprise you that this hasn't become a motorcycle destination?
Yes and no. I think there's so much rhetoric out there that scares most people away. Yeah.
Yeah. And it is, it's not the easiest part in the world to get to as well.
Right.
So it does take a little bit of planning and logistics to get there, and having a guided tour like what Moine provides I think is really, really helpful. So for somebody just doing it on their own, it's not as accessible, I think. But I think it's certainly an opportunity that more people ought to take advantage of.
And that's a very valid point, Bagel. I mean, as somebody who's travelled in the past, and I mean, I'm the first to admit, I haven't done a great deal of travelling in this last 20 years. But Pakistan, and not just Pakistan, India,
South
Africa, Japan, China, any of those places, I would not consider going without a guide.
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
Disneyland.
And Disney. You need a guide to go through Disneyland. Heck yeah. But it's just one of those places that you absolutely need a guide.
Well, adifferentagenda.com, I highly recommend.
And there is no better guide than mine.
Relda, you going to take your boyfriend back?
I'd like to. I had mentioned Shimshal, but he's also one of those that's afraid of heights.
But you don't have to do that.
Just don't look down.
You can. There's other routes you can create.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah.
But I feel like if I went back, I would want to do Shimshal.
You want to defeat it again, huh?
Again, both ways.
Nice.
So, Marcus,
Yes.
music in your headphones. That's the key. Do you want to go? Are you interested?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I know that John
Yeah.
went last year.
So,
Right?
Well, June.
no, I
This
have
year.
I have a suggestion for you, Marcus. So, as you are sitting at the entrance to Shimshaw, get the music going. Kraftwerk. Fahren, Autobahn. And then you'll be fine.
Sure.
Yes.
I'll try it.
Yeah, try a little Kraftwerk. It
Yeah.
works for me.
Oh my word.
I think he'll do well.
I think you do extremely
And
well.
if you get nervous, Rammstein.
Hey, he might be the biggest Sex Pistols fan out there. So,
well, no, he might, but
I don't know. I'm getting Enya vibes from
Ooh, there what? So you're getting a
Not Enya.
little emo going on over there?
Electric Callboy.
So, Aaron, I want to thank you for coming on and sharing your story. And I know it's late there, so I'll let you go. Thank you so much for coming on the trip, too, and for being just a great, fun personality.
Ooh.
And
Well, thank you for having me. I mean, I owe, us meeting in Americade for me getting to go on this incredible,
yeah.
skill-changing, life-changing experience. So last pitch, anyone that's considering going and you're afraid you don't have enough dirt experience, that's a lie. You do. So definitely take it when you can.
And Aaron, I do have an update for you. Relda kept her promise. Relda,
I made a promise.
you kept your promise.
I came. What was my promise?
You are now a member of.
Yes. Oh, yeah. You know what? I
Oh.
actually already told her.
Yeah.
I told Erin I signed up for the AMA, and I also signed up my boyfriend. So,
Yay! Thank you.
yeah.
Sign up for the
Hell yeah.
AMA so that you can get the magazine to read the article
Yes.
on this trip.
Exactly.
All right. Well, I'm gonna let you go, Aaron. Thanks so much, and I will stay in touch with you.
All right,
You're a
good night.
keeper.
Good night,
Thank you for
Erin.
having me.
All right.
Thanks for being here.
Bye. So, adifferentagenda.com.
Fantastic
He's got
trip.
tours
They
there.
always are.
And reach out to me or Moyne. We can create something for you. If you don't want to do it on motorcycles and you want to do it on horses or bicycles or Jeeps, he'll create it. Or scooters. So I think, Bagel,
What
I think
about
you
a
broke him.
yak?
Because when we I know.
Ooh, yak would be great.
When we talk about the
A
scooters,
yak
he's like,
adventure.
I don't know about that.
So, I know we're getting into emails,
Yeah.
but first,
So, Emma,
well, no,
what I have written on my paper right
Is-
there.
Dolomites. No,
Yeah.
I have an apology.
Okay. Oh.
Last week, I made some quite disparaging comments about DHL.
Oh, yeah, you did.
So,
Did you get a nasty email from DHL?
no. So,
Are they holding your package hostage?
the story thus far is I was putting Rufus in the garage after a particularly spirited run and rubbed the muffler which is quite big, against one of the turn signals of the Harley and put a dent in my muffler, and it was just crushed. And I found a new one in Athens. Not Athens, Georgia. That is Athens, Greece. And it was sent to me by DHL, and it seemed to be bogged down in San Jose. Well, the Monday after the show, when I said all these appalling things about DHL, this charming young fellow who looked about 12 arrived in this adorable little yellow van and gave me my muffler.
That's awesome.
And it was everything I hoped it would be and more. So I am very sorry to have said bad things about DHL. They got me my muffler from Athens to my house in Marina, California, USA in 5 days, including 3 days in San Jose. So that ain't bad.
So now we
And
love DHL. They're
undented.
the best.
I have an update. Aaron sent me a picture of the security guard holding his gun.
Oh, that's a big gun.
It's like a Tommy gun. Look at it. It's got that canister for high capacity. And he's touching the wire.
He's touching the
pushing
wire.
the wire while holding
Like
the
a
muzzle.
Really, really bad idea. The way he's holding it. Oh, that makes me cringe.
Well, I
What
hope you
could possibly go wrong?
The safety on.
I know. Dolomite Strip. You still, it's not even officially.
No, it's not even officially.
But you've had so many people email and say they want to go. I'm thinking it's going to be sold out as soon as you make it official. Or have you been responding to the people?
Yes.
Sending emails.
No, I mean, we have. And the thing to remember, if you get a vague response, this is not a planned trip yet, in that we haven't set the dates. We're going to set the dates. I mean, Cat is extremely. It's a very busy time for him right now. We are going to set the dates. It's going to be around the same time as the last one, so it's going to be the end of July, beginning of August, 2023. Pretty much the same agenda. I'm going to take a far more active role in this trip. I'm going to show people how to use public transit. I'm going to teach people sufficient rudimentary German to get around.
Will you be teaching them how to eat crumpets and tea?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Because
Will scones be involved?
No, little round things with cream and jam on.
Those cucumber sandwich things?
Yes, with the crust cut off. So, if it gets that busy, we can do 2 a year.
Oh, shoot. Well, keep emailing in. Maybe Relda, you guys want to go on the Italian trip.
I was going to say, if you want to, it really is a lovely trip. And the important thing to remember, if you have never set foot outside the US and are curious about what riding is like in Europe, this is the trip for you. We fly into Munich. We take public transit from Munich airport to the hotel. We walk out of the hotel right across the street and we collect our rental bikes, and then we ride to the Italian Dolomites, have a week of just blissful riding and ride back.
Where's the element of danger on this trip?
Oh, you can do plenty dangerous.
Like food poisoning and stuff.
I don't know. I think it is funny between the two trips. One is quite comfortable and nice and fun, and then ours, the element of danger. There's death roads and death bridges and death llamas. I mean, it's like death everything.
I have one thing to tell you: Italian drivers. There's your element of danger.
I have an
because Italian drivers drive their Fiats at maximum speed everywhere.
All right.
Yep.
All right. Let's get to some emails.
Yes.
Bagel, you have one there?
I do.
It's long. Are you able to paraphrase it?
I'll try.
I'll read a short one first if you want to kind of browse through that first. Okay,
go for it.
This one is from Eric, and he says, "Hey, Misfits.
Hello, Eric.
Episode 490. Oh, my God, I'm freaking out. 490. We are getting so close to 500.
God, we are.
Oh. 500. A special party for our 500th episode, December 3rd. at the Moto Talbot Museum.
Yes.
I still got it. I got it. Now I'm back from Pakistan. I got to work on this.
I was there
December
yesterday.
3rd. Yeah. That's where we're
Amazing
having a
place.
party.
As was I with my brother.
All right, back to on episode 490, Miss Emma spoke in less than glowing terms of flashing factory bikes. A buddy recently bought a 2022 MT-09 and almost immediately had the ECU sent out to flash. The guy that flashed it was very knowledgeable with these particular Yamaha bikes. Turns out the fly-by-wire throttle has a factory setting that has the butterflies open 85% when the throttle is wide open.
Right.
This was the most egregious detuning, although the fuel reduction was present across the board. I'm assuming this is detuned for the U.S. market. My question is, in what markets, if any, would the manufacturer leave the tuning at 100%?
Well, truthfully, I don't think 100%.
Does that have something to do with emissions, not performance?
Well, yeah. I mean, there's a variety of reasons that they wouldn't.
To me, it's usually emissions, that they have to meet emission standards for different
That
countries.
would be the obvious one for America. I would love to see the horsepower and torque figures and find out exactly why.
Also, if they're making something working at 100%, isn't it more likely then to not last as long and need more maintenance?
Well, I mean,
more valve adjustment.
I was going to
maintenance.
say reliability always comes into it.
So, I mean, I know that they do that. They detune things to make them more reliable.
The
and
interweb
have
says
better longevity.
117 and 69 foot-pounds of torque.
Right. So that's plenty.
Yeah.
You don't need all the beans.
Exactly. And the thing is, I think I want to make it clear that when I speak disparagingly about flashing an ECU, what you are doing is taking a factory part that was really designed and developed in Japan, most usually by Mitsubishi, who is the largest manufacturer of ECUs, but basically they know what they're doing, and giving it to a bloke in a shed. Now, he may know what he's doing, and it certainly sounds that this fellow does, but if you are handing over what may be a keyed part of your bike to a bloke in a shed, you'd better be 100% cocksure he or she knows what they're doing. And I have seen, over the years, I have seen some horror stories of flashed ECUs where the bikes become peaky and they end up with flat spots and they lose reliability and they drop cylinders and then they gain cylinders. So it's if you get a good person to do it, I suppose it's the same as having somebody work on your bike.
Tell me I'm wrong. All right. Bikes like Yamaha and Honda have a reputation of being lower maintenance and longevity and last
reliability,
a long time.
Yes.
Bikes like Ducati or KTM, have higher performance but higher cost and more maintenance.
Yes.
So is the difference between 100% and 85%?
I mean, it may be one of the factors. What I can say is that if a team of engineers at Yamaha decided that they were only going to open the throttles to 85% on a particular bike, they had a damn good reason to do so. Yeah. Now, it may be a rotten reason, but they had a reason.
It might even be the metallurgy in some of the components.
Yeah, exactly.
Aren't going to hold up.
I mean, it's cause and effect.
Yeah.
You really have to follow the chain of why they did this.
So if he has to open it up, then then he may have to upgrade the valves or something like that.
Right. You know, I was going to say, usually there is genuinely more to it. Emissions do play a huge part, but I'd love to hear long-term effects on this.
I think I just found a toenail on my thing.
Oh, very nice.
That was from last week.
Payday.
I put that there last week.
Oh, very good.
From Haley's.
Right. Bagel.
Yes.
Yeah, so I wasn't going to say it, but I will share. I love Haley to pieces because she puts up with my shenanigans as my roommate on this trip. And at some point in the trip, I said, "Hey, Haley, I created a new game." She's like, "Oh, what's that?" I said, "It's called Find the Toenail."
Oh, my God.
I got Jimmy Kahn to cut off a big toenail, and I hid it in her possessions.
Oh, no. no.
Bless her heart. She's like game to play. Find the toenail.
Did she find it?
No, I put it in her makeup kit and she didn't find it.
Ouch.
I know.
They probably got stopped in customs
Anyway.
on the way back.
All right, Bagel. We got to
Now
get
she
through
has a
Alright.
scratched cornea.
this. Go ahead, Bagel.
I have an email from Andy Cheatham.
Hey, Andy.
Andy writes, "Greetings from Droitwich Spa.
Yeah, keep going, Bagel.
Listening to Miss Emma discuss wiring looms on the last episode reminded me of a trip to the Isle of Man TT some years ago with my dad on his Norton Commando 850.
Yes.
I was a 12-year-old kid riding pillion and loving the whole TT experience. On that particular day, into the mist, up around the Ramsey hairpin, and then onto the gooseneck, the Norton then decided it wanted to stop and give us a chance to admire the beauty of the scenery. The engine wouldn't fire up, and we were stuck on the mountain in the cold and mist. This was in the days before mobile phones and no nearby houses. Eventually, the truck arrived, and we were recovered back into Ramsey. The wiring loom was toast. It had been wired over the frame between the petrol tank and the frame, and the vibration from the engine had gradually chafed through the loom.
Why does
That's-
listening to Bagel give me a craving for Grey Poupon?
Carry on,
That's-
carry on, Bagel. You're doing a smash-up job, darling.
Thank you. That's 70s British manufacturing for you.
Oh, yes.
The story ends well, though, as with a bit of bodging with electrical insulation tape, we were back on the road the next day. I vividly remember sitting outside the pub,
Cregney Bar.
Bar, watching the bikes hooning down the hill. Happy days. Keep up the good work. All the best, Andy.
Aw.
What a lovely email. And, you know, it's a classic scenario. And oftentimes, and, you know, your married couple may look back on last weekend with some nostalgia. One day.
He's never riding the KLR again. I betcha.
But oftentimes, you know, you have an adventure like this where you know, nearly set your genitalia on fire with an electrical fire. And then you look back and, oh, ho, ho, that was fun, wasn't it? Hey?
We got one more. Can you get through it, Emma?
I can indeed. So this email is from Jonathan Schwartz. Jonathan M. Schwartz. Okay. M.D. So
May
it's
the Schwartz be with you.
Dr. Schwartz.
It's Dr. Schwartz to you.
Dr. Schwartz.
I recently enjoyed listening to your podcasts about your trips to Iceland and Italy.
Oh, yeah.
I also thoroughly enjoy hearing about your adventures around the United States. After listening to the recent podcast about managing emergency situations and having just finished the podcast about your international adventures, I was struck by the absence of a mention regarding medical evacuation insurance. This is actually a new one on me, so I'm going to do some research on this.
This is the get the body out.
I actually paid for that for him
Right.
in
And the
Pakistan.
bike. Yeah.
Insurance for medical evacuation and repatriation is often overlooked. It provides insurance that pays for and coordinates medical transportation to an appropriate medical facility if the initial hospital lacks the ability to care for you, or to return you to a hospital in the United States if overseas, or to transport you to a hospital near your home if you are in the United States but far from home. It covers medical situations not related to accidents, as well as trauma or accident situations. Typically, standard healthcare insurance is very limited on how much it will pay for this valuable service, if at all. International medical air transport to return back to the US can cost in excess of $100,000. Domestic air medical transportation within the United States can easily cost in excess of $50,000. This insurance is surprisingly inexpensive. It's possible to cover an entire family for an international coverage for an entire year for less than $1,000. Some insurance also specifically have optional coverage for motorcyclists. Please consider mentioning this type of insurance to your listeners and consider strongly encouraging it for participants on your international trips. There are a number of insurance that provide this coverage with subtle differences in the fine print. I personally use a company called MedJet, MEDJET. He's got no connection with the company and no conflicts of interest. It's just he's done his due diligence and figured them out to be a good bet. I do have personal experience of a sort with this type of situation requiring emergency medical transport. I am a physician and have worked for several years in remote locations in the US Mountain West and Dakotas. I have seen countless patients that were travelling through the remote area and then experienced a medical emergency or had a vehicle accident and presented to the local very small hospital and required a very expensive helicopter or fixed-wing flight or even simply ground transportation to a larger facility a considerable distance away. This transport is hideously expensive and often leaves the patients with a very large bill. Medical evacuation insurance would pay for that. Thank you for reading this and thanks for the great podcast and work you do. Jonathan M. Schwartz, M.D.
Thank you, Doctor.
Jonathan.
Thanks, Doc.
Yeah, that's great.
Wise words from the doc. Yeah, I mean, because often you're like, okay, I'm going to go on holiday, I'm going to get medical insurance, boom, Bob's your uncle. But you don't think about the transportation.
Yeah, no, that is good. Thank you very much for that tip. I got 2 quick announcements. First of all, one of the Misfits got a new bike, and I think it's really cool. Our own Ellie got a 2015, and I'm driving this home because we have said for years, the Versys is a great bike. She got a fully loaded 2015 Versus 650. I'm talking with all the luggage, all the guards, all the light, all the things,
all the Farkles. Yep,
all the Farkles for $5,000.
Yeah, it's great. It's a great bike. Wow. It's beautiful.
What's it got? Like 30,000 miles on it?
Yeah, 35. She said
something like that.
Yeah, the mileage is getting up there, but it's obviously been incredibly well cared for.
$5,000 for a very good bike that can do.
It's probably got $2,000 worth of accessories on it.
Versus, check them out.
Versus.
And then lastly, announcement: Rev Sisters Film Festival.
Oh, tra-la-la!
Already got my ticket.
Hey, there you go. Is starting next month. Do you know about this, Relda?
I do not.
Oh. Go to revsisters.com and you can get tickets to our online motorcycle film festival. We've got hours and hours of films that you can watch at the comfort of your own home through YouTube. The festival starts October 28th, goes through November 13th. If you want to watch just for one weekend, it's a free pass. Free. You still have to go online and register, so you'll get access to the link. And if you want to have more time to watch all these great films, it's only $10 to view for 2 weeks. So go to revsisters.com, REV sisters.com, and get your tickets now. Yeah, you got something, John?
Yeah, I do. Some of you have commented. We're planning a rally in November for Misfits, but unfortunately, we're gonna have to push it back mainly because I got really busy at work, and I don't know if my job gets in front of my motorcycle.
Gotta pay
stuff,
them bills, yo.
And secondarily, I do want to work with Liza on the 500th episode, which is right around the same time. So we're gonna push it back to the spring. More information to come.
Oh, cool.
But yeah, just to let you know.
And is this an off-road rally?
Yeah, it's going to be at Hollister.
I'm thinking that we need to go on that road. I'm really into the element of danger on trips now.
I can see that. Yeah.
We need to go on that road with our friend with a big gun.
I think we should go back down there.
So I tell you what, if we have a rally at Hollister, I'm not really a dirt rider. I will drive up there in King Kong.
That's just the base.
Yes.
We're going to be doing day rides from there.
Well, what I will do is I'll drive up there with King Kong with
great.
a giant grill and barbecue on the back.
Oh, that'd be great.
And we can do like hot dogs and burgers for everyone, and it'll be fun. And I can kind of follow you around.
Oh, that'd be great.
So this is where I start thanking everyone. John and Emma, thank you so much for running the garage and the show.
Oh, it's a trifle.
It's such a blast with Emma.
I really appreciate it. Relda and Marcus, thanks for coming down for the show.
Thank you so much for having us.
What's it like being here? Was it fun?
Yeah.
You get to be in the studio.
I know.
So exciting.
Like the student becomes a teacher or something. It's so meta. I'm like, I'm normally
Marcus
on
looks
the
excited
other
too.
side.
Is this cool for you too?
Yeah, absolutely. I've been listening to you guys at least for 2 years, if not longer.
Yeah, that's great.
What took you so long?
2 years.
He was here a year ago, but you didn't remember him.
I know. I know. Somewhere on the trip, Relda, I'm like, yeah, I really enjoyed it. She's like, oh, I've met you before. I'm like, what? She pulls out a picture of us together. I'm like, I'm sorry. She came down to the garage.
I know.
Yeah.
I think our bikes are more memorable than us, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember them perfectly. You didn't.
See?
I know.
Yes.
But I remembered her now. I'm not going to forget.
You better not.
No, because when you do a trip like that, you get close. In fact, she's like, you got a little boogie. I'm like, oh, did I get it? She's like, do you want me to look up there and check? And I'm like, okay.
Nice.
We just get too close on these trips, where you're like, nothing bothers me now. But also big thanks to all of our Patreon subscribers who allowed me to buy a bike to give to some women that I hope in some way, I don't know if it'll change their lives, it'll add to their lives, but it might. How many people have we met who discover bikes like Jim, and it changes the course of their life?
My life was changed.
Yeah. So thankful for everyone who contributed to Patreon and allows us to do that. I think that's it. I think sorry to the couple whose wedding I destroyed. And hopefully I'll be able to I have not yet adjusted to the jet lag. It takes a long time.
It does.
Yep.
Yeah. Relda, if you're up at 3, go ahead and text me.
I think I might.
I know it is. All right. I think we're ready to get out of here. Thank you, everyone, for sticking with us. I'm so glad I'm back. This is Liza.
Stumpy John.
Emma, darling.
Relda.
Brad.
And Marcus.
Bagel.
And we are out of here.
Cool.
Cool.